welcome back to Accentuate Your Brilliance, groundbreaking books read as never before. I am your host, Annie P. Ruggles, aka Anniepreneur, and today's guest is one of my all-time favorite brains who wrote one of my most recommended books, This Vision, who's actually over here on my screen right now, but when edited, maybe over here. And that, either way, is Dr. Erin Burgoon, aka Dr. Erin B. Dr. Erin B. is a social psychologist, executive coach, and the best-selling author of Joyful AF, the essential business strategy we're afraid to put first. They work with leaders at the moment when what they've built stops being able to carry them forward, whether that's scaling a firm, planning succession after 40 years, or building an operation that can hold the mission. They have a PhD in psychology, that is right, spent years leading research at some little companies you may have heard of called Facebook and Microsoft, and built the Integrated Leadership Operating System, ILOS, because psychology and strategy have got to be worked on together or neither one sticks. They've helped leaders survive billion-dollar cuts, double the size of their firms, and turn one-person shops into international operations. Oh,
Oh,
you have such a glorious brain. Welcome
it's
back to another Anniepreneur adventure.
very happy to be here, and my brain comes in a very tiny head, so it's
Oh, but you're having a wonderful hair day.
oh, thank you. I've been growing it out a little bit.
To adorn the brain,
Yes, it's a
to
little bit,
decorate
but
the brain.
this is a little bedhead meets need a haircut.
Love it. Love it. Now, it's hard for me because I just want to talk about you all day, but I've actually brought you here today to talk about Joyful AF. So
Mhm.
tell us about this book of yours. Who's it for? Why'd you write it? What is it? Go nuts.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be real selfish and say I wrote it for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote it a few years ago, but it seems like it's kind of apt right now in this world that is super duper crazy and we all need a little bit more joy. But it's not just about joy for everyone. It's about joy for mostly entrepreneurs because I
Mm,
don't know about you, but it is the thing that most of us got into business for. And it is the thing that we lose first when we get focused on the metrics and the marketing and the all the things the good entrepreneur does. And I realized I had to write the book for myself because when I am in my joy, that's when things go well. I'm working with the
mm-hmm.
people I want to work with, everything seems to flow. The those tangible metrics that we're all looking for, the revenue or the impact, those all come when I'm focusing on my joy. And every time I lose my joy, that's when things tank. And I realize that is true for everybody I work with. And at the same time, it is the hardest thing to focus on because
Yeah.
it's the thing most people think, oh, when I'm successful, then I'll allow myself some joy. Or, when the world settles down, I will allow myself some joy. Or when I hit, this goal that I have, I will experience joy. And all it means is that there's a shit ton, excuse my language, but a shit ton of entrepreneurs out there miserabling it and maybe
Yes.
creating some success. And I don't know anybody who's been in it for the long haul who says, yeah, I was miserable for 30 years. Everybody I ask when they're ready, I work with people who are in thinking about succession or legacy. They're all
Mm-hmm.
like, I stayed in it because I found the joy.
Yeah.
So here I am trying to help people figure out, well, what does that actually mean? What is joy?
And you keep using the verb allow myself joy.
Yes.
Like we
Yes.
have to ration it out. And I think
Yes.
for me, I always worried that joy would take up more than its share of my energy management because when
Mm.
I'm really stressed out, I don't have time to be joyful. I'm really stressed out. I have to conserve all of my energy toward being really stressed out. And it's like joy is how the cup gets refilled,
Yes.
A, and B, I would spend the same amount of energy thinking about how stressed out I am that it would take to just practice joy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, people think about you use the word cup filled. People think
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, when I'm really stressed out, it's because I have an empty cup. I need to refill it with joy and then drain, 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 drain like a gas tank, right? You're gonna
Mhm.
roll in on 0 miles on empty. And My wife does that all the time. Not my style. It's about keeping that tank always topped off. Always. So yeah, right now, in particular in this time in the world, it's probably taking a lot more to keep that topped off because there's a lot of things, a lot of uncertainty, whether it's the economy or politics, which they're the same thing, social issues. And so what we need is that reservoir, that reserve of joy. And so part of it is how can you make a practice out of it every day so that when you do have to take from those reserves, you're filling back from the reserves. You're not going all the way down to rock bottom and going, oh no, now I need to go fill up on joy.
Yes, because it also serves as a buffer when shit hits the fan.
Yes.
Right? Like if you're already in joy, yes, the initial whiplash may be a bit more severe, but we tend to stay down for shorter periods of time. And we also tend to return to our set point faster. And we can train the set point over time to be more joyful. So like, long-term goals, short-term goals, it all benefits from joy.
It all benefits from joy. And I just want to say that's different. It's really important I make this distinction. I've done this, I think, with you on a show before, that happiness and joy are not the same thing. Right? So part of the reason people say, oh, I'll be, joy when there's success is they actually think that there's a causality, right? When I am successful, I will feel that positive feeling. But that positive feeling is usually happiness, not joy. And happiness is this thing you're talking about, baselines, right? It spikes. It's completely dependent on things going well. I got that promotion. I got that revenue thing. I bought a house. I got the car. I got the wife, the husband, the spouse, the kids, right? And joy is not an outcome. It's a state of being. It's about the process. So being joyful is finding your way to do things, not miserabling it in your business. If you don't like, for me, I don't like to be on social media. So why would I go bang my, fingers on the keyboard? What's joyful for me is conversations like this, right? But there's no outcome here. This is just being.
Yeah.
And finding ways every day in business. It's not just about like, let me go fill up on my joy at home to buffer my business. It's no. You can actually find ways to be in your joy, in the things you love, the things you do best every day in your business.
I love that. It doesn't have to be so compartmentalized. It doesn't have to be, I store up all my joy for home, or I have to squirrel away joy to have it be at work. It's like, okay, well, hold on. It's an omnipresent state that you can choose to tap into if you prioritize it and top it up. And then it's available to you most of the time, if not all the time.
Yeah. It's available. Whether or not you can access it because there's a lot of not joyful things going on is a different question.
Right.
It's always there. It's always deeper inside.
Of course. Of course. Well, I love this book because it really gave permission to Quirkworks to exist, because before that, when people when I would do something crazy like this show, people would be like, why are we doing that? And I would be like, 'cause it's fun. And then after your book, I'm like, well, the psychology of joy says that we are going to get more out of this joyful interview than you would get out of 4 bullshit interviews. And then people would be like, oh,
yeah.
So thank you for the permission slip to do weird shit on the internet, Erin. I appreciate that.
That's exactly what I'm here for. And think about how many boring AF podcasts are out there because they're following the same what a podcast should look like.
Yep.
And you're deciding, this is not what a podcast should look like. I'm gonna pull some cards.
Speaking of.
Yeah, you ready?
We are using the cards from this game, Utter Nonsense. It is by Play Monster. We are not affiliated. Hey, Play Monster, I love your games. Sponsor this podcast. But we are going to use the cards in a whole new way. I have here these voice cards, and there's quite a few of them, my love. Yeah. How do you want to go about selecting one? Do you want me to fan them out, throw them in the air, count them? What do you want me to do?
You're going to count to 23.
I'm going to count. That's my number.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Count to 23.
Count to 23. Count to 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You are now a
Oh,
valley girl.
I will say, I did live in the Valley when I first moved to LA.
Ooh, I
And
mean,
and my uncle asked me if I was a Valley they.
a valley day. Are you
Yeah,
my valley day? Okay,
Valley
so
they. Like, of
tonight you are going to
course,
read us a
like,
selection of your book as a valley day.
okay,
Mhm.
so,
For those of us following along at home, what page are we on?
we are on page 194, like
Oh my
2
God.
paragraphs down.
94. 194.
94.
Okay.
Like, we have to, like, rest.
Frost.
Like, we need courage and, to, like, let go of the lies we've been told about, like, our worth and, like, laziness, and to, like, feel the feelings we've been, like, stuffing down for, like, so long, and to, like, listen to what our body aches and pains are telling us. Ow. Mm. It, like, requires immense self-compassion to face, like, whatever, like, comes up. And, like, when you have courage, like, self-compassion and, like, willingness to, like, meet what arises in the resting, like, process, you will make, like, so much space for joy. And in, like, making space for that, like, joy, you will welcome, like, all of that humanity. Like, your thoughts, like, feelings, like, that nervous system, your whole humanity, like, that's, like, worth resting for. Like, imagine what might be possible if, like, our society, if we, like, allowed ourselves to rest.
Why do we need a Clueless reboot? We just had one. That
Oh
was like totally
my
magnificent.
god. Rolling with my homies.
Rolling with the homies. That was also like the most femme I've ever seen you. So like, wow.
Rolling with my homies.
Rolling with the homies. I want everyone to know that perfectly, like it was destined to be, the word whatever was in that passage, giving
Whatever.
you the opportunity to say it requires immense self-compassion to face whatever comes
Whatever.
up.
I didn't even notice that.
Whatever I did.
I just
So,
wonder what it would have been like to write an entire book with like every 2 words.
I don't think you would have sold like all that many.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
again, you know, I'm
Yeah.
sure
Like
worse things
loser.
happen
Like
on
loser.
Twitch every day.
Yeah.
L7.
L7.
L7. But
As
instead, for
if.
those of us who are not L7s, as if you are a valley girl, a valley boy, a valley they, or anywhere in that, you just want to have fun in the sun, baby, and bring that into your business. If you need a little more valley in your life, in your business, and by valley, for the first and only time, I mean, Erin. Erin, where's the best place to buy this book?
Yeah, you can buy this book. And I'm going to say find the one with my current last name.
Yes.
Erin Burgoon, because I went through a joyful divorce, actually joyful. Find it on Amazon, and make sure on Amazon you're typing in the title joy.full, because Amazon doesn't love that I messed with the spelling of joyful, but it has a particular meaning. So JOY-FULLAF on Amazon. Or my website. You can get to it through my website at drerinb.com.
drerinb.com or on Amazon. You heard it here first. Now, Dr. Erin, while people are waiting for their shipping to come, do you have a challenge to throw down from the book or related to the book for our viewers?
I do. So it can feel overwhelming to think about joy. And I haven't even told you all on this podcast what joy really is. So I'm going to challenge you to find, there are 4 ingredients of joy, 4 main: curiosity, connection, creativity, courage. Those 4. Choose one of those C's, and then find the tiniest thing you can do today in that. So what's the tiniest act of courage I can take today? What is the tiniest curiosity I can engage in? What is the tiniest form of connection to myself, to my people, to the world can I engage in? Or what's one tiny act of creativity I can do? Just one. And see, once you figure out how tiny it is, see if you can make it even tinier.
I think you already did yours, which was coming on this show today.
Yeah.
Yes. Erin, I just love you so much.
I love you so much too.
Thank you for being on the show today and for promoting your fabulous book. I'm Annie P. Ruggles, aka Anniepreneur. That is Dr. Erin B. The book is Joyful AF. Go get it.